My keynote speech will have to be like a miniskirt. I can see some eyebrows raising. That is to say, long enough to cover the subject, but at the same time short enough to hold your attention. What are the mystery ingredients? What are the mystery components? And if I have 20, I propose to give you a selection of 11, a team of 11. I've identified 11 key points. Normally, managers don't give the team out until the last minute. But today, it's match day, so let's start. First one is goals. Now, have a vision and a philosophy, which is given, by the way, by the chairman or by the president, maybe by Tom here. Don't be afraid to think big. But I must say, the more the vision is shared by everyone, the more chance you have to achieve your goals and to reach the target. Now, people perish without a vision. And it goes with objectives, with challenge on the way. And for you, for instance, is to become the strategic partner to CIO and IT organizations around the world. Now, this is your vision. So, in other words, I like this Chinese proverb: when one has not decided where to go and how, we've got little chance of getting there. This is where we are, this is where we want to go, and this is what we want to achieve together. Number two is work. I may appear very old-fashioned by saying that, but to succeed, you need to work hard, very hard, and with discipline and consistency on a daily basis. Success may be due to 95% perspiration and 5% inspiration. If there's one part of the recipe, it'll be there. But work with a spirit of sacrifice, with a real will to progress. And I can tell you, work, it always pays off at some times. Beckham, Platini scored a lot of free kicks. Well, no, I know that they work hard on repetitions and they did a lot of free kicks at training. I had one player in Liverpool whose name was Michael Owen, so maybe some of you know him or have heard of him. The good thing about football is that the football players are more known than the research cancer, the best research cancer. Don't know why. Michael, great guy. In 2000, on a game against Arsenal, would you believe? I know the Arsenal fans won't like that, but he broke through and he was on one-on-one with Seaman, the goalkeeper of Arsenal. He was slightly on the left, and he just wanted to come back on his right foot and took a shot. And obviously, Seaman anticipated and blocked the shot. A few days later, I told him, I said, Michael, do you want to progress? Do you want to be better? Do you want to be top level, very top level? Use both feet. Because he said, but I've got a good right foot. But if you've got even an average left foot, they won't know where you're going to shoot. And he worked practically 10 minutes every training session. He did a bit of his left foot kicking. Of course, he was gifted. And in 2001, that's where the Arsenal fan won't like that. We were 1-0 down, and then we equalized. And about 5 minutes before the end, I can tell you in that game we were battered. Let's be honest. But he broke through and got exactly in the same position. And in fact, instead of coming back on his right foot, he used his left foot and scored in the side net of the corner of the goal. Goal, we won the FA Cup. And he came back, and he went in front of the dugout, and he said, boss, left peg, left peg. Strangely enough, the harder you work, with an aim to reach quality and also excellence, the less tired you are. Someone said to a very famous golfer, you're very lucky. He said, you're right. But I noticed that the more I work, the luckier I am. Anyway,